offer is not something you sell. It is something you are. It is an open invitation to what you say that you'll do and how you'll deliver your promise to another person such that they can then become the greatest version of themselves in a way that makes sense for the both of you. This isn't about features. This isn't about benefits. This is about you. This is Nakhenra, and in today's episode, we're going to cover how I realigned my offer with who I actually am. See, in a past life, I built my offers out of strategy, right? It was all about features, benefits, void in the market, above and beyond on industry standards, what the competitors are doing, what I'm doing, the difference, the scale, the delivery, the list goes on. None of this actually matters if none of these things are something that you can actually deliver upon yourself. An offer is simply a promise to what you say you'll do and how you're going to do it and the desired outcome that you can help someone reach within that particular container. It doesn't go any further than that. Now, the way you can structure an offer is simply by asking yourself, what do I even know how to do? What do I want to do? Do these two things correlate to being able to bring someone to a specific result repeatedly? Once you've mapped this out, then you can actually begin to brainstorm on what it is that your offer is going to look like. Now, let's bring it back around to what I promised, what I did with my offer and how I transmuted it into something that was very much workable for me. At first, the offer that I had is for business coaching. I'm a business coach, but not just your typical business coach. We'll get on more of that later. At first, I designed my offer to be standard pricing for business coaching. I had worked for other business coaches, sold their packages, done the whole nine, created value add scenarios, all of that good stuff. Until one day, I tried to pitch it and it just didn't work. It felt super forced. After that conversation, I thought to myself, I'm like, this isn't me. Number one, $25,000 just felt really cheap. How I positioned that offer wasn't in direct alignment to something that I, number one, knew how to do. It's something that I actually cared about doing. Could I really deliver upon to get something to that result in that way? Because the truth is, there's a million and one pathways to get to a place, but you have to sort of choose the one that you know you're familiar with the most. The big caveat actually began when I made this huge identity shift and I just simply, it sounds corny, but I meditated and I just stepped into who am I? What am I here to do? What type of business coach am I? What is the value of the work which I am bringing to the marketplace? And then the last cherry on top is, what have I been able to do for other people that I can now do for myself? And I can represent that through my offer and my pricing. And then it just all fell into place. Raised my prices significantly higher. I was able to command that price over the phone or through an offer doc, and it simply entailed everything that I was willing to provide out of my own beingness and my skill set to help a person do a very specific thing. And then from that point on, when I stopped relying on all of these other frameworks that I used to know and use and do for other people, but it landed. It was something that I was actually able to hold energetically. And then once I got my few clients, I'm like, wow, this is real. Because this is me. And it feels really, really good. Now, to take this all the way back, there was a time where I was working for a business coach and their offer for coaching was $25,000. And at the time, the largest thing I had ever sold was something around like $5,000 or $6,000, and probably around the largest thing I had ever bought at the time, which was a used car, and I bought it outright. There came a time or point where it was extremely hard for me to offer something 5 figures for the simple fact that me speaking about 5 figures was pure panic. I had made that much, sure, but I had never been able to ask someone for that amount of money. And it took a very long time for me to get comfortable in realizing that it wasn't a lot of money when I made this shift. To not think from my finances or my pockets, but to think from the world's pockets. The marketplace has infinitely more money than you, and it always will. So with that in mind, it's very important to note that there's always $25,000 floating around somewhere. For the sake of this example, your offer might be less, might be a whole lot more. But the point is that there is a price for every person, but it's up to you to figure out how does that sit with you energetically. Because if you aren't able to sit with a $25,000 price because that frequency is too much for you, then you may have to lower it just for the simple fact of being able to hold that container in that space without panic and without contradiction when offering that to someone else. So always keep this in mind and adjust accordingly. But truth is, if your offer feels off, then it's probably not even the price. It's who it's built for, and it's the version of you that it's speaking from. Do a deep dive into yourself, understand what you know how to do, what you want to do, and who you were able to deliver that thing to. And then the price will show up to you naturally. And once you have that, that is your offer. Comment or DM offer, either in this video or DM me on Instagram offer, and I will help you realign your current offers such that it is the exact container that you want to offer to other people, that'll work well for them, and of course, work extremely well for you. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining this Thursday Talk episode. Again, this is Nakhenra, and we'll see you in the next one.